I don't do the bidding of Daedra. I don't. Even though I just clearly did. That is not out of wanting to side with him or side with Daedra. It's out of siding with myself on my own quest. Oh. I'm sorry, Erendure. But, as Merlin keeps saying over and over and over again, it's for the greater good. I am here in Nightcaller Temple, where what's happened here, well, I don't really want to talk about it. God, look, the skull pedestal. Am I meant to put the staff back here? Because, look, that's not going to happen. There's a reason why I took this staff in the first place and didn't destroy it. Let's shed some light. Better. But yes, despite all, you know, it's a bit crude, but I'm sorry, Erendure. It's just as noble as your quest was. My quest is greater and demands sacrifices. Here lies Erendure, interred on the 7th, 21st. 201 of the 4th era. It's very crude, it's quite a shallow grave, but it's better than nothing, right? It's just a shame he was so dead set on destroying this thing. And like, I can get why, but I'm not sure. I mean, I don't believe for me for 1 minute that he was going to turn on me. I absolutely don't. I did not make the decision based off of that. This decision has been made basically off, solely off him wanting to destroy the staff. I can't afford that for that to happen. But what of Dawnstar after this? To that end, I can't really say. Either way, it's getting late. So I must get back outside. Get back to the tent. In the meantime, the Dawnguard armor and my inventory, I've had a little bit of a sort out. I don't know why I grew very attached to the Dawnguard armor. Maybe it was because it was an accidental death and I wanted to keep a memento. But to be honest, I'm going to get a hold of that Dawnguard armor down the line, aren't I? So why the hell am I getting so attached to it? That heavy armor chest piece is 42 kilos. Like, what the hell? I'm not carrying a mammoth around. It's hardly a mammoth, but you know, everything's relative. So I've gotten rid of that. And the helmet, actually. And what I've done with the rest of it is I dished it out to Inigo. It did need some heavy gauntlets, some heavy boots, so he's gotten them. And as for what happened when I stepped outside this temple, yes, Inigo has no idea what's happened in here. 2 men went in and 1 came out. That's about the long and short of it, I think, and it needs to stay that way. I did pick up quite a few artifacts here, though. Not just the staff. You're right, mate. It's so cold you just walk through the fire. Oh, the feeling. Ah. Yes, let's have a look through. Because I got the Skull of Corruption. Look at that, man. When something just looks dangerous and just gnarly, yeah, that's it right there. But I also picked up the Mace of Avar Stonesinger. I would use it, but it looks dead tacky. But, doesn't mean that it's not valuable. Look at that value. 2,500 gold. That needs to be interred, tombed away at Merlin's Tower just as much as the Skull of Corruption needs to be. And ah dear.
I have a bad memory. Too much skooma back in the day. Forgive me if I sometimes repeat myself.
Oh God, you and me both, mate. Dear oh dear. It's 11 PM. I may as well sleep the night. But before I set out in the morning, it's worth planning my route, planning my way. I could return to the college now, but frankly, I'm not going to do that. I still have Jazargo's fire scrolls to test. And in light of that, I think I'm going to do a little triangle here. I'm going to head west into, further into Dawnstar Hold, near Morthal, to investigate the Galder legend. That is on the way to finding a copy of, what is it, Kimar Vemidium? Hang on. Kimar Vamidium. Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to find a copy of that for the librarian in the Arcanium. And I'm going to double back on myself and find Shalador's writings. I can also... Oh, the stolen books are down there. You know, I could do 1, 2, 3, stop off down there, and then get the carriage back to Winterhold. That might not be a bad idea, actually. You know what? I'm going to do that. But first, I don't know about you, Inigo, but, well, I'm off to bed. Don't be pissing against the tent. Cats, I swear, man. Right, let's get, what, solid 8 hours. Have some breakfast. Oh dear. Camping perk available. Now, is that how? The campfire must be lit. Right. I'm still trying to fathom how this all works. It isn't that complicated though, so I should be able to work it out down the line. Once I set up another campfire, I'll have another look into that. What's a suitable breakfast? Skooma for a start. Surprised I aren't having withdrawal symptoms, to be honest. How can I still be feeling hungry after a pheasant roast? Have some tomatoes to top it off. How about that? Fantastic. Sorry, Inigo, mate, but we're leaving. In fact, just in case he happens to vanish.
Yes, friend.
Can you follow?
Yes, let us go.
You're right. Yeah. Bless it. Ooh. Nice sword. I was going to think for a moment there he wasn't going to pick it up. Right. Let's get out of here. Hopefully we never have to come back. Where's my first port of call? It's there, heading straight due west. It's easy enough, although, according to the map, I have 2 objectives in that due west direction, which is a bit strange. I don't recall having one, or maybe there's one further west behind it? I'm gonna go with that. Oh dear, what's the air like? Very cold, bone-chilling. Oh, I might have to touch base somewhere along the way. Ooh, what is that down there? A fire. Some travellers, and I'm freezing. Look at that, I'm barely making it, what, 100 feet? Who are you?
Need something?
Shady Sam. We're not having a chat. You're like the guy in the Riften Square. Oh, I see who you guys are. Hello.
May the sun warm your path.
Thank you. Akari.
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one.
You are thieves and smugglers, I can attest to that. I have a car of my own, but doesn't mean I won't talk to you though. How long you been in Skyrim? A little underdressed for it.
Not long, in truth. I came to Skyrim after I found myself unwelcome in both elsewhere and Cyrodiil.
Not a feeling.
I seem to have an unfortunate talent for getting myself involved in misunderstandings with the law. Rasad was able to look past that, and it was he who helped to set me up with a trade caravan. Now I work for him.
Alright, have you had trouble with the locals, like here in Dawnstar or anywhere else?
Mostly, it is the Nords.
Yeah.
They do not like outsiders in their land, and so we are forbidden to enter their cities. When they look upon us, they see only pickpockets and skooma dealers.
Ooh.
It is most unfair, but we do our best to ignore them.
Yeah. What you got for sale?
Take a look.
Actually want to see what you're carrying. Eastern Dwemer War Axe. Interesting. You have such a weird mix of stuff, and it's always fascinating to see what you have on you. That's fair enough. Ooh. No, I don't think you got anything interested on you. No, Inigo, not worth looking, mate. Yeah.
I've been looking for you.
Whoa.
Something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
I didn't buy up, no.
Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Letter from the Jarl.
Of Skyrim lead to many dangers.
From the bloody hell. No letter from a Jarl at this point is good news. Is it anything to do with Nightcaller? Oh my god. Can I just warm my hands? Letter from a Jarl? Which Jarl? Jarl Sidgeras Falkreath. Norton? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sidgeir, and I have the honour of being the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming Thane of Falkreath Hold, I invite you to speak with me the next time you're in Falkreath. Aside from the honour that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. I can also tell you privately that the choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase should your... Thank you. Services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain Jarl Sidgeir of Falkreath. Fame of your exploits across... That's never good news, is it? Although Falkreath, not far from Merlin's tower, I thin my eyes with skepticism. That's skooma.
This Khajiit guards the others.
Hello.
Bandits harass the caravans at every step, but Khajiit usually scare them off.
What dangers does the caravan face then? God. Have you come across the dragon overhead, eh?
Skyrim is filled with all manner of dangerous beasts. Wolves, trolls, mammoths, and giants would all like to make a meal of us. But the dragons are the most fearsome.
You've come
Lucky
across
for
them.
us, they don't seem to hunt along the roads.
You've come across one. Oh, I'd love to have a chat with you about it, but, let's just say I signed a non-disclosure agreement with a man who'd be very angry if I did. You guard the caravan then?
Yes, I was hired to protect the others as we walk the roads of Skyrim. It is a thankless task, and I would rather be back home than elsewhere, but I have little choice.
I see.
Akari freed me from a prison in Cyrodiil, and now I must repay my debt to her. A word of advice, my friend. Do not mix gambling and drink. Taken together, they will empty your pockets of every cent.
Yeah, there you go. Good leading act. That advice, good advice, is falling on deaf ears with us two, I'll tell you that right now. Bandits giving you trouble then?
A few days ago we were ambushed. A nuisance, really. But many of the marauders had quick fingers. One of them stole my moon amulet, given to me by my mother when I was just a cub. It is my only memory of home in this cold land.
Sorry to hear that. I could get your amulet back. You know what? Why not? Why not, Kajo?
You are kind to offer, We believe the bandits are part of a group headquartered here. Be careful. I missed my amulet. But a life cannot be replaced as easily.
I like you. I really like you. Orphan's Tear.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Is that anywhere on the way? Find the moon amulets. Let's activate a few more of these. Can I show misc objectives on the map? Oh wow, that is out of the way. Ooh, but at the same time, it's still kind of on the way, I suppose. After visiting those two, I just have to drop behind the mountain range there, but it's going to be bleeding cold. I'm only freezing to death. You know, I am heading towards an ancient Nordic ruin, but the sooner I get into there, the more warm I'm going to be, aren't I? Yes.
Speak to one of the others if you wish to buy something.
Thank you, Gajo. You gonna stir the pot a bit, or you gonna warm me up? Oh, bless you. None for me, thanks. Looks appetizing, though. What elsewhere delicacies we have here? Got any moon sugar? I'm not warming up, but I've done some, well, baking, some cooking. A lot of soup, a lot of stew, a lot of warm meals. I'm hoping I can just have some of this and have it warm me through just enough that I can make a quick dash across the hold and get to Fall Gunther to investigate the Galder legend. Right, in I go. Do you have like a sprint for it? I reckon we should.
I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Bit of a lethal prospect though, isn't it? I do like the north of Skyrim, but my god, it is a pain sometimes. Whose horse is that? And who is that? Is that a hunter? You can never be sure. Are my hotkeys done? Because I am now using an orcish mace. Yeah, they are. Orcish mace, silver sword. What happened here? Maik. You anything to do with...
Maik wishes you well.
Do you?
Don't try blocking if you have two weapons. You will only get confused. Much better to hit twice anyway.
Sounds like a wise man. In I go. We're gonna freeze to death out here, mate. If you could get on the back of this with me, I totally bleeding would. Alas, there's only one thing I can do, is just take the horse and just go for it. Or else, there isn't gonna be anything to go for, although, who are you? Oh god, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm about to take an arrow, I think. Oh!
Wasting time. Expire.
Where the hell's the other guy? You in the trees? I just saw a bow. Anyone else? Don't even bleeding know anymore. I think so. There you are. Missed. Damn it, in I go, man. Ooh, right in the face. I'll take that one. They have a fire, don't they? A shovel. I think I'm burying you with that shovel. You don't bleeding deserve it. And apparently, yes, I'm over encumbered. Of course I am. Ah! Come here.
You give me best equipment, yes? Let us go.
I hadn't given him my tent back to him yet. Which is, you know, you breathe a great sigh of relief. I'm happy I have that horse, you know. I was kind of considering not using horses at all, but I think if it's going to be like this, at least for the foreseeable, I don't know, you know, I might have to. I might have to just borrow the horse. I might have to invest in a horse down the line. I don't know, though. I'll be able to put stuff on a saddle and stuff as well. I'll be easy to carry stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know. Am I warming up, or is it too... I am getting warmer. Right then, I'll stick it out till warm enough, get on the horse and get over to the tomb. Wasted enough time already. Oh, I can't seem to get any warmer. Alright then. Let's make a run for the horse. You take an arrow? I think you did. Looks painful. Ugh, what a coastline. That isn't the shipwreck Carjo actually to go to, is it? No, it's further back than that. Further north, northwest. Oh god. Is it even worth it? Is it even... Inigo's got it. But just in case. With pleasure. I thought it was a Falmer hut then. It's a tree stump. What the hell is this? The hell is this? Are you friend or foe? Vigilant Astendar.
Take care of that. Wherever the Daedra hide, the Vigil of Stendar will cast them into the light.
I swear, we're gonna have a serious problem in the future. We are on a collision course, me and you know. We really are.
You speak to a Vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any Daedra, and we will hunt you down.
If you saw what I was carrying right now, you would draw that weapon on me. I swear you would. We are on a collision course. Eventually, we're just gonna be, like, huge enemies of each other. First name terms. Vigilant Astendar.
Yes. Our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra wherever they appear. We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Karset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and justice as needed.
I see. You might see it on my map, have you? Right, and I've heard of Stendar. I'm not sure if at Merlin's Tower we have a shrine to Stendar, though. We have a shrine to all the gods, but I'm not sure about Stendar.
He is the god of mercy, the patron of order and justice for all of Tamriel. We bring his compassion where none can be found, by cleansing all those who would offend his children.
You are charming, you know. What is I get what's dangerous about Daedra in, like, the ideal sense, but... where does your reach end? I mean, your reach can't go to Daedra themselves. You're just not... I mean, no disrespect. You're just not gifted enough. I don't know what the right word is. You don't have the aptitude. You don't have the know-how to really get involved with like a Daedric god. But does that mean you take out all your frustration on people who worship those or have those interactions with those gods who have those artifacts? I imagine it is, and that is why we're on a collision course.
They are profane creatures with no hope of redemption. They lure innocents to their deaths and corrupt the souls of all they touch. And their heretical artifacts grant powers to mortals that wreak havoc across Tamriel.
Ah.
They must be destroyed or guarded to prevent temptation.
Well, I'm guarding them. But you'd rather destroy it, I can see it in your bleeding face. So you hunt Daedra then? Are you really that brave? I seriously doubt you are.
And any other abominations that prey on mortals. Vampires, werewolves, witches.
There you go. You go after them and
But
pass
the
them off as Daedra.
are the worst. Their callous disregard for our lives is abhorrent in the eyes of the God of mercy.
You can't have Aedra without Daedra, though, or Daedra without Aedra. Yin and yang, you know, it's the equilibrium, the dichotomy. Stand Darby with me, my arse. Right. You're right, mate. It's a miserable time here. I kind of want to visit this ship. I want to get a chance to again. But then again, I don't want to freeze to death up here. It's called the Sea of Ghosts for a reason. Mud crabs. Wreck of the... what? The brine hammer. Oh, I'm also saving. Tell you what, let's level up while we're here. Yep. Keep up the stacking. Restoration. Honestly. I'm tempted to put more into this. Can I now? I think I can. So I need to stop taking as much damage. I have another perk to increase though. Cushioned. What the hell is this? You take half damage falling. Don't plan on doing a lot of falling, but if it's something which I run into in the future, definitely consider it. Block, maybe one-handed archery. Which, tell you what, is there anything which appertains to maces? That's daggers, dual wielding. Bleed like a lamb, axes. Attacks with swords. Oh, come on, this UI, man. Denting blows. Attacks with maces reduces the armor rating of the armored enemies by 50 points for 15 seconds. That's not bad. Tell you what, though, I may as well get more damage out of them. So I've got more damage resistance with the heavy armor and more damage output with the mace. Well, one-handed weapons. I'll specialise with the mace afterwards. It's one of those after-the-facts things. Let's get rid of that. I'll deal with you. Why are you carrying septums? And hey, that's just more for the alchemy later. Is there actually any plunder on here? May well be. How long has it been here? An ode to the Tundra Striders. I'd say that. Down here. Below. Is anyone gonna be down here? I don't know. I hear more mud crabs. Getting warm. Do they get warm? That's not the idea. There we go. Yes, there is more. So you actually infested the entire place. Novice door. I have a feeling there's still more people in there. People, mud crabs. Oh. Oh, hello. Cargo hold. That's an entire different place. There's so much of this bleeding ship that's do with one deck at a time, though. Whoa. Mr. Shegorav. Beggar Prince, apparently I've read that. V for Virtue, apparently no, I haven't read that. Cake in the Diamond. What is that? A Shrine of Kinnerith. Yeah, may as well. Get out of the way, Mudcrab, will you? We're having a bit of a domestic now, aren't we? Here we go. Coinverse. Wolf Queen Volume 2. I might need to drop these books off on Inigo, although I feel a bit hesitant giving him everything. We've already established that, I've read that. There we go. So I'll find a solution down the line though. If I get another follower, I'll probably dedicate like a specific book follower. A book nut. Someone who might appreciate it a lot more. A Kiss Sweet Mother. I'm only coming across quite a lot of repeat books, so building my own personal little library rather quickly. Ragged Robes. Yeah, how much can you fit on a... Now I'm carrying too much. This is just... so much wine. You know where to go. We could stay down here, have a right piss up, you know. Really, really good. Yes. Right then. I'm gonna find some more stuff to give you. Just a moment.
Mm-hmm. What is yours is mine.
Right, taking care of that. Let's just take a little bit of what we need and get out of here, I think. Still that other floor to do, but I can't imagine there'll be much to well, it's the cargo bay actually. Which you can get access by here, was it? Yeah, cargo hold. It sounds as if this entire ship has like a pulse to it. It doesn't. It's just that, well, it's the waves outside, the wind. Is there actually any worthwhile loot down there? Is there anything to do with that? This shipwreck has been here a long time. I can't believe no one's tried to come in here yet. Or maybe the mud crabs have fended it rather well until now. Leather helmets of major conjuring. Could do with that, you know. Enchantments. Father of Niben. One for later. I'd take the wine, but you know. Space in my inventory is at a premium. There's only so much wine I can get merry on. Right, so I think that's more or less it. I don't know where this is leading though. Where's this leading? The Brinehammer below deck. Whereabouts below deck? Is this where I just was? I just didn't see the... Yeah, it is. Right, let's get the hell out of here. I have a ruin to go explore. And with that, there's a... Well, I have to use Jazargo's scrolls, don't I? Kill 3 undead with them. I wonder how difficult that's going to be. Oh good, where's the horse? Where's the horse? I didn't even think about the horse. He hasn't been eaten by a hawker, right? I'm not gonna go look at one of these hawkers and think, oh, that's a bit of a strange shape, and just see like the outline of a fully grown horse just protruding from its stomach. Ooh. Small compensation, I think. A bleeding horse has gone. I am going to consider getting a horse though in the future. I don't know, I like the idea of just marching everywhere, you know, being on foot, being really in touch with the ground beneath your feet. Whereas the horses, especially when you get into combat, it starts to get difficult, if that's the right word. Man, I want to explore everything but the water. Oh, good luck. Right, is that the Galder legend I'm heading right for? No, I need to pitch left. To there. That's where I need to go. But yes, there's something oddly comforting about marching across the lands with my candlelight above my head, you know? Although, I could still do the same thing on a horse, right? I don't know, there's something about it which... I don't know. It's not for Norton, not for me. That looks ominous. Not the Nordic ruin I'm going into now, though. That's solitude? That's solitude. I'm not far away. And I'm getting colder because I'm slowing down. Ah. Not far away. Well, that now is to cross the swamp. It's pretty much ahead. Detail around those hawkers. Clay deposit. Oh god!
Spider.
After you.
Hit me again if you
Do him in.
are
Thank you.
satisfying.
Yeah. Creeps up on you. All spiders often do. Ugh. I am actually going to freeze to death. Best get a hurry on. Find the right path to get across here without falling in any frigid water. Although frigid water and swamps aren't often things which are put together. Okay, I'm going to have to be... Good. Let's just get my bearings. I'm looking the wrong way completely now, aren't I? There we go. Dead ahead of me. There. Not to submerge, even if it's just a little bit. Don't get your boots wet in this weather. Abandoned shack. Interesting place with death bells around it. Don't know about death bell, more like death knell. Requires a key, probably for the best. Can I get across over that? I probably can. Tell you what though. I am freezing to death. We're almost there. As long as I can still jump reasonable distances without submerging myself. Good. Ooh. You know, if Nirnroot had anything to do with being actual, like an actual healing potion, I might be more inclined to... More spiders? I'll tell you what, let's just keep my distance with it. Missed. Down. Over shots. There you go. Grab the other one and get tucked below in the ruin. Ugh. Who signs up to this drudgery, eh? Who? Me, apparently. Come on. Oh, almost there. There's a standing stone nearby as well. I don't think I have any standing stones active at the minute. I honestly don't think so.
I admit I want to chase the pretty light. I will resist.
Good on you. Could be a problem. It's right there, but body of water and the lights just ran out. Can't cross there. Bleeding heck. Where the hell can I cross? Do I have to go round? I don't want to. Can I risk that? No. Yeah, look at me. So what's happening? Apparently... How many of you are there? Hang on a minute, what? You're taking a lot of hits. Oh, it's 'cause it's got no stamina, that's why. No stamina. That's gonna kill me. That's gonna kill me. Don't worry. Inigo, where the hell are you? We're here though anyway. That's certain. Oh, there better be a fire in there. There's no firewood around though, but... I'm taking all the death bells. Come get him after. Okay, it's right here? Nearby? Apparently.
It is very interesting.
I'm very cold. Let's camp. Is anyone actually here? It's empty. A journal. Danis Valen. A fellow Dunmer, I think. 18th of Morningstar, 4201. How long has it been since I first heard the Galder legend? 80 years? 100? I can think of nothing else now. My goal is at hand. After years of searching, I finally traced the ivory claw to a collector in Bravil. His death was necessary, but I have it. At last I have it. 22nd of Morningstar, 4201. 3 days of non-stop riding. I reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers, and took passage on the Ice Runner, bound for Solitude once more. The other passengers are becoming suspicious. Returning from dinner, I caught one brute rooting around my quarters. He almost found a claw. Had the captain not intervened, I would have flayed him alive. I hoped to spend the voyage sequestered in my room, reviewing my notes and preparing spells, but I need to deflect some attention from myself. I'll have to mingle, pretend to just be another petty mage. For now. 2nd of Sun's Dawn, 4201. The brute claims to be an adventurer, off to seek his fortune in the ruins of Skyrim with his companions. Perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. Use them as fodder for traps and Draugr within the tombs. I can see the greed in his eyes. Yeah, that should work. 3 weeks to Solitude, the captain says. If I have to suffer these fools longer than that, I'll swim. 27th of Sun's Dawn, 4201, that's 20 days later-ish. With the brute and his companions in tow, I led our band across the marsh to Volgunthur, where we make camp for the night. Little has changed since my first expedition 10 years ago, but this time, I have the claw, and I will have the amulet. Amulet? So there's an amulet and a claw here. This is worth my time. I spent all night preparing a synopsis of my notes, in case some fragment of the tale or piece of ancient lore may be needed to bypass the wards within the tomb. Then I cast all my books and scrolls into the fire and reduced my life's work to ashes. At long last, today is the day of reckoning. If I cannot have the amulet, no one will. I'll take that for my own records then, shall I? You came here with what? Tomatoes? Sack of flour. I'm taking a lot of sacks of flour. I'm not really sure. Well, how much they weigh? How much do they weigh? Come on then, I've wasted enough time. Let's get in the ruin. Where's Enna go? Soul Jam? Out here? Colour me intrigued, at least. Right, here we go. Are you okay? Yes. Any fire? Yes, here's some. Can you not, please? She just reminded me, actually. J'zargo's scrolls. I'll bob them my favourites, and if I see any Draugr dead ahead, I'll get to work. Until then, though. It's related to the... Is that one of the brutes? Who's the brute? That's what I want to know. I hear Draugr. Which means... Oh dear. You know what? I can use my own instincts here. Right hand J'zargo's spell. Left hand, healing. What? Is this what I'm beginning to warm up? Well, if that's what it's useful for, J'zargo, fine. What are you... What? What? Well, I knew you were bad news as you loosed that arrow into me. What the hell was that? Tell you what.
Speak to me.
Yep. Follow me.
If you need anything else, just ask.
Up until the gate. And then what I'll do... That's the claw. It's already been used. Right. And this has already been... Right, I see. I'm now going to tell you...
Friend.
I'm now going to tell you to wait here.
Do not leave here without me, please.
Oh, well... Maybe you deserve it, but... Yes. And what I will do for hopefully the final time... is put this on, with that in the other hand. Don't tread that this time. And hopefully, I can have 2 more isolated Draugr cases. What is that about? Seriously, what is that about? If I go to Inigo with this, he will attack me. Yeah, I need him in the next room. Do I have to just wait for this effect? Is this on my active effects? J'zargo's... resist fire. Maybe that's the only thing keeping me alive. You never know. There we go. Right, what I will do with this is...
I am ready to... I'm right behind you.
Got him with me now. I'll go into the next zone. With... let's get my bound bow on. Without treading that. Ooh. Is that adventurous chart by Jazargo's, whatever it is, scroll? Maybe. Right, in I go. I need you front and center. Tell you what, I am so paranoid that I'm going to tell you.
What would you have me do? How can I help you, my friend?
To wait there.
I am sorry. That is beyond me.
Is it?
It will be done. You want me to wait here? Are you ready? You lead, I follow.
I don't know why, I was just paranoid of that coming down, leaving me in here to die. Again. Okay. Here we go. Try to get ahead of the game. There you go. One more should do it. And you... Are you an isolated case? Look at me. Look at me. In fact, no, Jazargo? Inigo's around. I can hear. More of them. But yes, I am banking on having no more unfortunate incidents. But I can't really guarantee anything, can I?
Smells like old bandages in here.
I like the way he said that with such trepidation. Oh, God. I can see that, so I'll tell you what. Shove an arrow in. I am. Why are you dual-wielding my pickaxe? Any particular reason? You know, where that light was hanging, I thought this corridor was a lot longer. Goes to show how the dark can screw your senses. Look at me. I've had a few premonitions of death a couple of times now, and all I can think about is getting a Draugr isolated enough that I can... Fire and darkness. Oh, the irony. I'll take that. A steel sword? Not much use to me, but... Is there at least one up there? Is there just one? I'll happily take on one with my scroll. And hopefully I won't have to use it ever again. Saw through that. Luckily. Not usually my strong suit. Okay, colour me intrigued, but I don't have a good feeling about this. Is that the man who wrote the... Yes, it is. Ivory Dragon Claw. Right, my first claw. And that's the journal part 2. V. There it is. How to summarize a lifetime of research. So little of what I have learned matters now. The petty politics of ancient times. The age-long campaign to wipe out all mention of the Galder name. I know not what awaits us within Folgunthur, so here, then, is the truth of the tale, as best as I have been able to piece it together. In the opening days of the First Era, the Archmage Galder was revered throughout the North. Wisdom, wealth, honour, and power were his, and even Isgramor's heirs sought his counsel. Smothered by his shadow, Galder's 3 sons grew cruel and resentful. They lusted after their father's power and prestige, and eventually, Yurik, the eldest, discovered its source, a mysterious amulet from which he never parted. Won't be Karjo's moon amulet, will it? Too much of a coincidence. Same part of the world, though, I'm going to find it. Together, they conspired to murder their father in his sleep and divide his amulet between them. And so it was done. Consumed by their newfound power, the brothers laid waste to the surrounding villages. So great was the carnage that the High King himself intervened, sending a company of battle mages led by the Archmage Geirmund to subdue the brothers. And after a devastating battle, the three fled the field. Mithril, the youngest, was to run ground in Folgunthir, the ancient barrow at the foot of Solitude. And though he fought for 3 days and nights, he was at last overcome and entombed there, his crypt sealed by an ivory claw. Geirmund pursued Yurik to the shattered crypts of Sarthel, half buried even then in the frozen depths of Winterhold. 10 veteran wizards fell before Yurik's elemental magic, but he could not overcome them altogether. He too fell and was sealed within the ruined city. And at last, Sigdis was cornered in the southernmost reaches of Skyrim. He challenged Jord Geirmund to a duel, knowing his foe was honour-bound to accept. And they clashed in battle, matched strength for strength, and fell together on the field before Ivarstead. The High King ordered a tomb built for Geirmund on the lake which still bears his name, and had Sigdis sealed within, forever guarded by the one who slew him. Goldir himself was interred in the cave not far from where his tower once stood, in the place called Reachwater Rock, near where the Calf River splits and joins again. And when it was done, King Harold issued an edict. The name and deeds of Goldir and his sons were to be expunged from every record, every chronicle. Under pain of death, no word of them was to be spoken, lest any try recover the amulet that had been sealed at such great a cost. And so it was done, but the little survived the ages. Enough. 4,000 years have passed, and the tombs remain sealed. The fragments of the Galdir amulet lie within. Since the day I first heard the rumour, I have felt its power, calling to me, pulling at me. I'll be the one to reclaim it, restore it, bear it out to the world once more. I must have it. I must. Don't know about you, but I kind of believe him. I don't know how much further I have to go, but that key holds for the claw. So I'm going to scribble my progress, get the claw in. Could I get away with... What the... What? I was gonna say, did one of those Draugr just off himself?